crate de bois you got here. Those are tasty.
That smells good.
1, 2, 3.
Prickly cactus.
Yeah. What I learned is that something like this is possible. You know, there have been so many things that I've thought of as this. I've toured certain schools who've sort of made gardens like this, and I had always thought, is this possible on a mass scale? Is this possible within a massive city like Los Angeles? And to me, I learned that it is completely possible. It's economically possible. It's possible for kids to actually want to come out on the weekends and spend their time involved in something that is going to grow.
We've been working on how do we green schools, with literally the construction side of new construction, and then existing schools go in and make them more energy efficient, improve the daylight, reduce water use, so that schools have more money for what they need the money for. We spend more money on energy bills for schools in this country than we do textbooks and computers. It makes no sense whatsoever. We need to put those dollars back into the classroom, and rather than sending them to utilities and paying for dirty coal-fired power plants that create climate change. Every neighborhood in this country has a school, and that school can be part of solving global warming, educating kids about how to connect to the earth through school gardens, edible gardens, how to learn about better nutrition, how to learn about how energy is created. But today this is also about encouraging all Americans at a time that we all need to serve. When our president and our nation calls us to serve, that it's not just money that's going to save us from this economic and environmental crisis. It's giving back to our community and helping improve the lives of kids, and helping them raise their test scores by creating green schools and creating opportunities like this that we see here today.
And some of my closest friends are farmers, and it's something that's given my life more meaning than almost anything that I do. So, to me, when I heard that something like this was going on, I just felt like if there's any way to support it, I would. And Matt called me up, and here I am.
Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. When you see something like a vacant alleyway that could be nothing and could just serve as a sort of depressing view out of your classroom in the middle of a boring class, if you see that it can be transformed into something like this that gives kids hope, that teaches kids about the science of growth and just about their environment and what they can do to change it, it's really inspiring, and it's inexpensive and gives back so much more than you put into it. So it's really it's an incredible thing to see.
There are a number of ways that people can be part of creating green schools, and our National Green Schools Initiative is about activating people on an individual level, but hopefully collectively too, as they come and help work with students and teachers that are already working to create something like this in their school. How can they provide garden tools? Their gardening tools had been stolen here, so we provided gardening tools. We're providing volunteers. We want people to work with organizations in every community, whether they're groups doing tree planting or school gardens, or repainting with healthy, environmentally friendly paints when they go in to do volunteer projects in schools. And encourage their school superintendent and leadership to ask the Obama administration to use the dollars that were allocated for green schools to modernize our schools, so that we take advantage of those funds to lower those energy bills, lower those water bills, and put money back into the classroom and improve the daylighting in our schools across the country, which again are proven to raise test scores 8 to 22%. Green schools improve test scores, lower energy costs, our solutions to global warming, help connect kids to the environment and improve their lives.
They talk about how they walk around and they don't see any green in the environment in which they live, and this is one of the only places they can come where there's green and there's trees and there's life. And for most of the country, I think they are surrounded by a lot of green, but in massive cities like Los Angeles, it's surprising how little green there is. Well, talking to the teachers, it seems like it hasn't been that easy, but the work and the time they put into it has paid off. It's still hard for everyone to get something like this going, and I think this is why Matt is encouraging so many people to come out, and Global Green is encouraging so many people to come out, because it's not as easy as it might look, now. This took so much work for these people to do, and so much extra time, and real love. So we got to keep doing it.
Having Jake out here means a lot to us, because he helps shine the light on not just the challenges that we face as a society. Everybody is aware now of climate change, but but to really connect the dots between how something like this school garden, helps improve the lives of kids, and him being here today to give his time and learn from the kids and shine the light on what they're doing is so important.
I wouldn't be involved in something that I didn't feel like I could, I had actual experience in. I mean, I know all these plants, I've grown them myself, I feel like I know how much it's given to my life, and I know how much it can give to so many other people's, and how much is given, I see how much is given to these kids. So, it's not just, someone coming in to, lend their name. It's someone who cares very deeply about this, and I really do. I mean, to see kids struggling with all different types of things, light deprivation when we were up there, and they deal with depression on a daily basis, which is and the fact that they're losing their culture is not helping in any way. And then to come here and to see the kids who have their own struggles, I mean, they talked about how they're teased by kids saying, like, what are you doing? Why are you growing things? Come draw graffiti on the walls, or do something. Come get in this gang, or and the struggles they have, and what they've done to build this thing is I think for me, I want the Inuit kids to see that things are possible, that people are doing things to help them, because it's hard to grow things in in the Arctic Circle, but to know that there are other children somewhere else helping them, and helping the life that they love so much survive. Somewhere they are all connected. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that making a garden like this, though it has its own sort of administrative challenges, I think ultimately it's incredibly easy and really inspiring. And with one seed, many seeds can grow. And I think you go to www.globalgreen.org, and you can find out more about how to green your school, and your life. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're so excited to be on this Green School Bus here today and announce and launch Global Green's National Green Schools Initiative.
And you can go to globalgreen.org, and you can learn more about how to make your life and your school more green. Oh yeah, so you guys all have compost, yeah? And is it all it's just wow, we're there walking across the bridge. Like tons of lettuce, a lot of tomatoes, right? Are these cherry tomatoes?
I had in mind to make much more tomatoes, much more lettuce.
Oh my God! Wow.
Okay, I'll be back.
Hi, how are you?
This is hi. How are you?
Nicole.
Hi, Nicole and
Nice to meet
Jake.
you.
Hey, how are you?
Pleasure.
Should I
This
sit
is
on this
Rebecca
side?
Harrell.
Hi, Rebecca.
Nice
How
to
are
meet
you?
you.
They have space. It's just they're in Huntington Beach.
Right, not exactly.
So if you, now I can't. I have.
Let's get. Because you're important. Or basically, broken desks, like just pieces of wood.
When they were my students, we could come up here as a part of the program.
You have a gloomy space, I mean, you can't help but to have it bring you down a little. A lot of teachers that would get sick a lot.
Jason's in the
Green School is a healthy, productive learning environment for the kids and the teachers to teach in.
It's really clean, it's fresh. You'd want to wake up to this every morning.
We're talking about $15 billion of new school construction going on.
It means better indoor air quality, quieter classrooms. It means places and schools that kids can be proud of.